in the water. Goat in the water.
This viral video shows a pig bravely rushing into the water to rescue this baby goat. Now, in reality this video is fake. It's a publicity stunt created by comedian Nathan Fielder for his Nathan For You show on Comedy Central. And they use things like tubes and divers and other methods to guide the pig in a way to make the video look real, and the intention on the show at least was to like promote the zoo where it took place. But that didn't stop the video. The video gained massive traction.
When I woke up the next morning, I was astounded to see the video had been posted on Gawker, E-Bombs World, and a bodybuilding message board. It had over 3,000 views, and that was way more than I ever expected. Then I saw it was climbing the charts on Reddit. Then I checked the view count an hour later. Holy shit.
By the way, this may sound like a sea rescue, but a baby goat, gets stuck in water.
This is some pig. You have to see it. A goat at a petting zoo got stuck in a lake. This really happened. That was cool.
Have no fear, there's a pig there. I mean, you couldn't do this at Warner Brothers as a cartoon and make it seem more realistic.
We were duty-bound to pass this on. It's the leading web video today. While we have no way of knowing if it's real, this was apparently shot at a petting zoo.
The video gained massive traction, became like an internet sensation. Animal rights activists jumped on it and were citing it as evidence that animals care about one another more than humans do.
Interspecies, he went and helped. Learn from it, humans.
And when you see an image or video concerning something that you have strong opinions, your emotions tend to take over and you draw conclusions without examining all possibilities. And this has been evident to me recently in a few cases, and I'm going to talk about 3 in particular. The first one is the Red Pill. The Red Pill, directed by Cassie J, offers an insight into the men's rights movement, a group of people, some of them activists, who draw attention to problems men face in the modern day. And the film tackles issues such as circumcision, workplace fatalities, suicide rates, fathers not being allowed to see their children, etc. Bias in the courts. And what put most people off, however, was like the mere mentioning of the MRM, assuming it to be like naturally anti-feminist and anti-women. I mean, sure, people can draw these conclusions if they watch the film, or at the very least if they've done adequate research on the MRM and some of the individuals in the MRM. But protesting without having seen it is just absurd, frankly.
And I find it. I mean, what's your take on this sort of attitude? The sort of, why would you allow them to air their position in a fair manner? Because I mean, to me, I would become instantly suspicious of anyone who's trying to prevent someone else from actually articulating their points accurately in a way that I didn't sign off on. You know, I would find that concerning.
We had an article by Milo Yiannopoulos come out on Breitbart and talk about my experience with difficulty getting funding for this film and support. And that's when many people who believed in freedom of speech and anti-censorship came in and saved the Kickstarter. The people who I interviewed that were feminists in the film they were still not really wanting to go out and support it, but they weren't going to stop me from making it. But once we then reached our goal, then there was a very active campaign to try to, I mean, this is where I think they're coming from, and I'm going to name names. David Futrell, the men's rights activists who have been supporting this campaign, all of them, I've never seen anyone message me saying this better be for men's rights. All of them are saying, we're just thrilled to have to be fairly shown in a film in context without manipulation, and have a fair shake at this conversation rather than be, glossed over and just made out to look evil.
And a number of people have come out in support of Cassie J and the Red Pill, including Milo Yiannopoulos, Stefan Molyneux, Dave Rubin, Rebel Media, Sargon of Akkad, and a whole host of smaller YouTubers and public figures. So she's even done interviews with actual MRAs, like David Charat.
Do you know what, one of the things I think the film accomplishes really well, which is something that's very, very badly reported on, is how reasonable and relatable a lot of the guys in this movement are. If you compare the way they're reported in the media, the language that's used about them, and you actually get to see them speak, it's a revelation. It's a revelation. She's done a really good job.
Yeah, totally agree, Milo. These people deserve a fair hearing. And you shouldn't jump to conclusions based on its title and the fact that it features MRAs. A bit like how you shouldn't do so with a single photo of a Muslim woman, Milo. Seems to like a rather emotional reaction for someone so logical, and some people do point this out in the comments. Like, why do you assume that she's walking away? Why do you assume what she's doing on her phone is not related to the incident? Why do you assume that all types of people haven't walked past as well, when there is video footage of them doing just that and worse? Why do you assume that it's not something psychological about seeing that kind of thing? Why do you assume that she's not trying to crowd the individual? There's just so many possibilities. You cannot draw conclusions either way from a photo. It's ridiculous. Milo, it's because you're either promoting an agenda or you're stupid, and I think it's the former. I don't think you're stupid. Like, sure, talk about Islam and how it's a destructive religion, but if it's that easy to do, then I'm sure you can do it with some actual honesty, some actual integrity, because, to quote Ben Shapiro, facts don't care about your feelings.
In these cynical times, people are desperate for something to believe in, and I gave people a reminder that it's okay just to believe.
Symbol
How
of
did
love.
the pig free the goat?
Oh, Elizabeth.
Just blinded him. Just pushed him.
Every day with Elizabeth, it's like, how did this happen?